For the week in wrestling.
Get ready!
You're listening to
We are yours, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive.
The great one began to talk about Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Oh man, it has been a big week. It's been a big week in the world of professional wrestling. It has been a big week in the world of the WWE. It has been a big week in the world of The Rock, in the world of the People's Champion, in the world of the Great One, and in the world of the most electrifying man walking God's green earth, Daddy.
He was daddy. That's old school word.
And to quote
Daddy,
the
he got that
legend,
from
one
Billy
of the
Graham.
Rock's heroes, what's causing all of this?
That's Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo. It's been that kind of exciting week. Pro wrestling is exciting once again. It's been decades. Pro wrestling is cool once again.
Now, let me stop there, man. Rock, ain't you kind of reaching now? That Pro Rock hasn't been cool since you been. Now, I understand Seth and all these guys getting upset, but forget them, because Seth, Cody, because I think there's a whole lot more better wrestlers than Cody Rhodes. And don't get me wrong, Rhodes' name a legendary. They'll never match up to be their dad. And I don't care how much you book and how much you try to put Cody over. He will never be as great as his dad. And he wants to be. That's his thing. He got to prove that he can surpass his dad. You know, but nah, bro. You're not Will Ospreay. You're not Kenny Omega, your buddy. You're not Kazuka Chikara. Coochie Cat. You're not that guy. You're not none of these guys who stop trying to, man, it's funny to me how people are really looking at Cody Rhodes, the way they shined him up to make y'all believe that this guy's solid gold. No, it's Santo Gold. If y'all know what Santo Gold back in the 70s and 80s is, it's that it ain't no good gold. It's not real deal gold. It's Santo Gold. Cody is Santo Gold. All right? Putting on 5-star matches with Seth. That's because Seth put on that 5-star matches. It wasn't Cody. Anyway. So, Rock, you're spitting in the face of your own family. Roman Reigns been making this thing cool for a while. Now, I'm on your team, Rock. But Roman Reigns carrying this title and these storylines, man, has been cool. Very cool. Well, let me get back into it.
It's been decades. Pro wrestling is undeniably exciting once again.
Once again. In other words, you people out there who've been in the game for a while since I got out, y'all been missing the mark. Y'all been dropping the ball. It's been getting boring and stale, and it has in a lot of areas. But you got people like AEW that has been pushing pro wrestling, not sports entertainment, pro wrestling. I'm hoping to God that Rock is going to continue to push this pro wrestling and get rid of this sports entertainment. We don't want to be entertained. TKO don't look at UFC as just entertaining. They look at it as mixed martial arts sports. So we need to look at wrestling as mixed as a sport with entertainment in it. Yes. Because UFC has a little drama too, and I'm quite sure UFC gonna start having some storylines in theirs too. But with Rock and all these guys sitting on the board of TKO, but for the Rock to say, it's been decades in the face of your cousin who been making this thing cool. I've been throwing my ones up, baby. So you can't do that. Don't do that to the family, man. Don't do that to Jacob, who's made MLW the coolest it's ever been since the invasions of the Bullet Club. Stop. AEW doing some cool things. 5-star matches, dream matches. That is cool.
It's unpredictable. It's
yes, I like it.
Because of one man, and that is The Rock. Because The Rock came into pro wrestling, came back to pro wrestling.
See, if I was Roman Reigns, I'd be thinking of this. Why you think it's all about you, man? I've been doing this. I've been smashing them and stacking them. While you was out there doing Hollywood movies, I've been running the show. So that's why I tell people, I say, everybody talking about The Rock's going to help Cody win. Nah, I don't think so. If anything, Roman is going to turn on The Rock. Rock ain't going to help Cody. Nah, forget it. And if he do, it's going to be by mistake, and it's going to be a storyline that's going to cause Roman Reigns to doubt The Rock. Which I hope not. The Rock is going to turn, Roman Reigns is going to turn on The Rock because he's still in his shine. He's trying to be the show. He's trying to seem like he's making some decisions without Roman, and Roman don't like that. And Roman going to have to put Rock in his place. And knowing Rock at the proper time when they do fight, Rock's going to put him over because that's his family. That's all love. But let me keep going.
Business that The Rock loves, an industry that The Rock was born into, took professional wrestling, turned it on its head, disrupted the shit
Making it all about him,
and will never ever be
which is Rock thing.
And it feels good. It feels so damn good. And whether you like The Rock or you don't like The Rock, it doesn't matter because it feels good. Pro wrestling is back on top.
Pro wrestling. Keep pushing that pro wrestling, Rock. Pro wrestling, not the sports entertainment crap. Pro wrestling is back on top.
And it feels good. It feels good. But you know what? You know what? Here's the thing. You know what doesn't feel good? Well, The Rock will tell you what doesn't feel good.
What don't feel good, Rock?
What doesn't feel good is all the bullshit that The Rock has got to deal with. All the bullshit that the people's champion has got to deal with. All the Cody crybabies out there still running their mouths that The Rock has got to deal with.
Yep, they cried,
all the
boy.
jabronis in the locker room still running their...
I'm going to talk about this on a separate segment. Why do y'all keep saying so-and-so need to help Cody? Brock need to come back and help Cody. What Brock? I don't want to go there. Brock should come back and help Cody. Stone Cold should come out and help Cody. The Dalai Lama should help Cody. Michael Jackson should come back from the dead and help Cody. Elvis, get out of here.
mealy mouths that The Rock has still got to deal with. Cody crybabies. Take a look.
You know who is my favorite wrestler right now? It's Cody Rhodes. Do you know who I...
I saw this a long time ago. Boy, this guy was about to flip the wig. This dude sitting in his pajama robe. A pink one, that dead, looking like a big old bottle of Pepto-Bismol. You know what I hate right now? Oh, I hate him. I don't hate him personally, but I hate him now in this whole thing. I hate him. I love Cody. I love him. Oh God, I love Cody. Oh man, I was making love to my wife. I said yes, that's right. Keep throwing that on me, Cody. Keep it going, Cody. I'm about to come in. Let me stop. Cody, don't stop. Cody, don't stop. Right there. Ah! That's this dude. A Cody fanatic crybaby, whining, lusting, drooling. Wish he can have Cody kids. This guy, Dave from Busted Open Radio.
hate and I fucking despise in this moment, it's Dwayne Johnson, member of the board of directors of TKO. I hate that man right now in this moment. Not as a person,
Right now.
obviously, but as a wrestling fan watching the product. The person I want to boo, the person I hate the most is Dwayne Johnson, board.
And he literally hates him. This is storyline. It's like y'all, some of y'all mamas and grandmas, boy, y'all hate. They really hated JR. If JR will walk up, if they meet JR in real life, the actor who played JR, Larry Hagman, you know, if they met him in real life, they would go smack him, just slap him. People's hating Lucius line for real. It's just acting, man. They're playing a role. Slow your roll. You should see these people on TikTok and all that kind. You're taking it too personal, man. It's storylines. All this is acting with the little sports wrestling attached to it, but it's all based on storyline and booking. People gonna get upset with me because I challenged him on the fact that Cody was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. When I logically speaking, I see where Punk was supposed to win that, but Punk injured himself and he could not win it. So he had to turn it over to Cody anyway because he injured himself. Because had he went over, then he would have put that whole match in jeopardy because he didn't know what was the deal with his body being broken down from that injury. It could have threw the whole WrestleMania in the loop. So Punk, being the professional that he is, said, I ain't going to let Dusty. That was an audible. Why do people saying, oh, no, it was supposed to be Cody? You don't really know that. I don't really know that, but here's the fact. Cody don't need to win it twice. It would have been a good deal for Punk coming in to win that and go after Seth so Rock and Roman can have their moment. Cody wins it. He don't go after Seth no matter how much Seth pleaded to him. He goes for Roman, messing up a whole match when he could have had this match. And don't you dare think blowing Seth Rollins off, knowing that you got all these wins over him, and blowing them off from the biggest stage of them all, possibly having the greatest wrestling match, another so-called 5-star match at WrestleMania, costing him that, not giving him that, letting him go to Drew. He ain't gonna take that too lightly, but let's keep going.
The directors of the WWE and TKO. That's who I am angry at right now, because I am looking at the board of director that came in, used his power to take this opportunity away from Cody and put himself in the main event at WrestleMania 40. That's how I look at it.
But I'm looking at the guy who put this opportunity away with Cody. I'm so mad. Man, sit down. Oh, I'm mad he took this hard on it. Sit your behind down, man.
Right now.
So you see, this is the level of absurdity and bullshit that The Rock has got to deal with.
Yeah, absurd.
The Rock doesn't know who that guy is, but he knows what he is, and that's a goof, an idiot, another pro wrestling Cody crybaby jacked
Love
off
it,
idiot
calling it
who
pro
thinks
wrestling.
he knows everything but doesn't know shit. The guy is sitting in his basement with a bathrobe and a Cody Rhodes t-shirt on, and he's talking about how much he hates The Rock. You don't give that guy a podcast, you give him a straight jacket.
Yeah.
How much he hates The Rock. You hate The Rock, you hate The Rock.
I hate him right now. The way he does the board member.
It has nothing to do with the board. The Rock will get to that in a second. It has everything to do with common sense, you idiot, you goof, and to all the Cody crybabies who are grown-ass men who think you know it all when you don't know shit. You listen up to The Rock right now. It has nothing to do with the board. It has nothing to do with the fact that The Rock owns everything as it relates to The Rock, the people's champion, full ownership, which means The Rock is the boss. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with common sense. Let The Rock drop some gospel on you. Here's the common sense. When Roman Reigns, years ago, dropped the words, head of the table, those words were specifically and solely set up and created so one day Roman Reigns, the champion of the WWE, would come face to face with his cousin, The Rock, the people's champion, and together, combined, they will make the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
See, this was etched.
The biggest match
Cody threw
of
it
all
away.
time. The biggest match in the history of professional wrestling. When Roman Reigns said those words, that's why he said it. Because that is Roman Reigns' story. That is The Rock's story. At one time, that was Cody Rhodes' story, but it was last year. And what happened last year at WrestleMania? What's the technical term? He shit the bed.
He lost. You want to go for it again?
And then The Rock comes back on January 1st of this year. It's a big year. You know it, and The Rock knows it. It's an exciting year. You can feel it in the air. You can feel
I'm
the
loving
momentum.
it. I'm loving every bit of it.
2024, we're going to kick it off the right way. The Rock goes out there in front of that crowd in San Diego, California, and said exactly what he promised he was going to say, because we had an agreement. And that agreement was The Rock was going to go out there and he was going to test the waters, and he was going to see.
So The Rock basically saying, look, we already planned this match, and I know you want to go for this match, but this thing been etched in stone for a while, and we couldn't do it last year. We were set to do it, but you picked Roman at the Royal Rumble, and it's your right. So we let it slide, so we didn't bother that. But we still need to do this match, and we keep putting off it. So we planned on doing it, but and I know you won the Royal, you won the Royal Rumble, but you still got Seth, and Steph is begging you to give him that match. But you're blowing him off to go for this match, and I know you want to get your revenge on that loss, but it's getting in the way of what we've been planning for about 5 years now. While you're still at AEW, we've been playing in this since Roman became the tribal chief, and we came up with the storyline. But now you want to disrupt the storyline. You want your storyline to invade our storyline. But hey, let me go test the waters and see what the people want. So I'm going to test the waters, and there's certain catchphrases I'm going to say to see where people at with this thing. So what Rock is doing is giving you an explanation. People saying, what did Rock whisper in Cody's ear? Why did Cody give up his opportunity? Well, Cody told you why. He didn't get into detail because, look, we've been planning this match for the longest. WWE been playing this match for the longest, and I might be getting in the way. I can't go for Seth. And look, win that belt. Might not be the belt you want. And this is the problem that I got with Cody. He thinks he's too high and mighty, and he gets to pick and choose the championship, which he gets to do that as a Royal Rumble winner. But why are you saying that championship ain't worth my time? And dude, I done beat you since I got here. You ain't worth my time. But let's link up to defeat the bloodline. Boy, I'll tell you.
See how the crowd reacted. Where should The Rock sit? You remember. Should The Rock sit at a booth?
Yeah, I remember that.
Crowd didn't know where I was going. Should The Rock sit at a bar? Bigger reaction. Yeah, The Rock loves a bar because The Rock loves
some tequila.
Or
me too, with that worm at the bottom.
Sit
Mexico.
at the head of the table.
See, the crowd wanted Rock going after that title. And that made him push forward. And I get it. Hey, the crowd had me thinking this is what they want. They want me to go after that championship
That night
So Cody, go ahead and
exploded.
Go ahead and go for Roman's.
Around the world.
Go for sub belt for now. Let me go for that. Then we come back to this later.
Has chills on his arm. The world exploded because they knew after all these years they were finally getting The Rock versus Roman Reigns, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Of all time. Then what happens? Cody Rhodes, he wins the Royal Rumble. Fair and square, works his ass off, and he wins that Royal Rumble, baby. Yeah. He's going to WrestleMania. Yeah. Good for him. Good for him. The Rock was happy. But what happened? The Rock called Cody Rhodes, had a conversation. But it was a conversation that a few have had with Cody Rhodes before.
As Cody said, whisper.
Because Cody knew the biggest
Honey
match
in
of
my
all
ear.
time was looming. The Rock talked to Cody and said, Cody, you know, you love this business. The Rock loves this business. You were born into this business. The Rock was born into this business. Roman Reigns was born into this business. The three of us born into this business. You know, Cody, you got the biggest WrestleMania main event of all time. Right here, you have an opportunity to bring this business up to places it's never been before. You can always, with all due respect, finish your story another time.
With all due respect. In other words, I respect your story, but we can do this another time. This is Mania. We've been planning this. Let's get this out the way. Let's not let your this is something the WWE been planning since Vince McMahon. We etched this in stone. The whole point of this tribal chief run is to get us here. And now you want to insert yourself into this. How about, look, you won fair and square, but let us get this done. And I'll make sure you get your opportunity to get your time with Roman. Maybe at Crown Jewel. Maybe in Jeddah. But let me and Roman have this. Okay? And I'll make sure you get your moment at another big event. Now, again, honestly, I believe that the best way to culminate the story, and I don't know why I would say Cody's story, it's not the story, there's many stories on WWE. Bloodline is the longest reigning episodic story in WrestleMania history, wrestling history. That story can wait. Because there's other stories that need to be told and finished. And the Bloodline ain't one.
You agreed. You agreed. Rocket stings. But I agree. It stings. But I'm a team player. It stings.
This thing.
But I want what's best for the business. Good man. Good man. And then what happened? In Birmingham, Alabama, a city we selected because of its rich history, and we knew we were going to make history. It was your job, Cody, to introduce The Rock, thus setting up the biggest main event of all time. And what'd you do? You did exactly what we agreed on. Brother, you introduced The Rock, and that place went crazy.
I'm not tired of Rock.
And The
I've
Rock
been
came
up
out.
all day.
And he dapped you up, he pulled you in and gave you a big hug, and I whispered something in your ear. Let's put on the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Let's do it for the American dream. Let's do it for the Soul Man. And I gave you a hug, you hugged The Rock back. And what'd you do, Cody? You walked out of that ring on live TV. And you turned back and you looked at The Rock.
It was hurting him too, boy.
And instead of looking at The Rock saying, yeah,
it
go get
hurting
him.
him.
Let's make history. Instead of that, what'd you do? You gave The Rock a look. And it's the same look you gave the world. Like The Rock went out and ran over your goofy ass dog.
Why you gotta bring the dog in this, Rock? What the dog do? What the dog do, man? I mean, he is a goofy looking dog, man. But what did the dog do? Look, you've been trying to fight the Bloodline all this time. Your greatest chance to get the Bloodline out of the way is Rock becoming tribal chief. Now, Rock is already a tribal chief. He is a high chief. Roman Reigns is a tribal chief. A high chief oversees the many tribal chiefs in the high tribe altogether. So when The Rock acknowledged Roman as my tribal chief, he could have been acknowledging him as he didn't acknowledge. I don't think he did it as subjugation. I think he did it in just a play of words. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. In other words, I acknowledge you, but you're my tribal chief. In other words, you're under me. You belong to me. I own it all. When I say I own it all, I own you too. I am I am a high chief. You're just a tribal chief. And if you notice on that tree, you didn't see Roman Reigns under him, tribal chief. You didn't see tribal chief on too many people's names up there. You saw High Chief Peter Maivia and High Chief Rock. So Roman came from a lineage where Anoiah, the great-grandfather, he was a minister. We'll get into that another time, but you know. Well, let me let The Rock keep going.
The Rock ran over your goofy ass dog. Then sometime from that moment on, Until Las Vegas, you changed your mind. You know what? That's no problem. You can change your mind. You have that right. And The Rock accepts that. Everybody has a...
I don't think he changed his mind. He was looking for a way to change his mind, but he still was settled. I believe Cody was settled and going along with the plan until Rock made that statement that there's one royal family making a dig at Cody's interest music that start his intro music. And Rock, that's some big trolling, dude. Why would you say that, man? You don't have to say that. You don't have to parade your family like that in front of Cody, man, because you know he's a hothead. You had to say that word. Let's get to it in a moment.
Right to change your mind. The Rock accepts it. You changed your mind, but here's what The Rock doesn't accept. Is how you did it. I'll say it again, because it's important. To all the Cody crybabies and all the goofs out there and the idiots who still complain. Cody, you had a right to change your mind. You won the Royal Rumble. But what The Rock doesn't accept
That's how you did it.
is how you did it.
Yeah.
Saw you in Las Vegas. Saw you in Las Vegas. Saw you backstage 20 feet away. Rock dapped you up, gave you a hug. Did you say anything to The Rock then? Hey, Rock, I got something on my mind. Yeah, tell me about it. Hey, Rock, I got something that's eating me up inside. Cody, go ahead, tell me about it. Let's walk over there. Let's talk in private. Come and tell me about it. Did you say any of that? No, you didn't say a thing. But what'd you do? You waited until Roman Reigns walked out there and announced he's facing The Rock. Then The Rock went out there, showed the entire family tree, proof of the most dominant family in professional wrestling, in entertainment, and in sports in the world.
And that's where Cody got upset, because he heard that there's one proof that there's proof that there's one dominant royal family in wrestling, overshadowing Cody saying there's more than one royal family in wrestling. You asserted your family, which should be insert on Bloodline all day, because it's true. Look at that lineage. Look at that heritage. There's one. It's the truth. There's one dominant royal family in wrestling that has been screwed over by every promotion. Should be running the WWE, and thank God they literally are. I mean, honestly speaking, I think there should be a bloodline invasion with Rock being at the helm in the boardrooms, helping everybody get gold. Man, if I was The Rock, man, I'll put myself in the Hall of Fame. I'll put other people in the Hall of Fame. I'll do whatever I can to make Nia the women's champion. I do whatever I can to get Naomi a belt. Something. Everybody in the family gonna get money. Everybody in the family gonna be eating good, because everybody in the family gonna get gold. And I did a video last week that you can't have a tribal battle without the gold, because the gold is the tool to feed the tribe, and without the tool to feed the tribe is going to start. So yeah, we can have a battle, but do you have something on the table that's going to make sure these people continue to eat? Now, The Rock does. Rock is a $500 million, biggest box office action star in the modern day history. But clearly Rock was trolling Cody on this one.
And accepted Roman Reigns, accepted the challenge, blood oath, and we were going to put on the biggest WrestleMania of all time. What'd you do? Then you came out and you interrupted.
Hold on. This right here is bullshit.
You said it was bullshit. Yeah, it was bullshit. You could think it's bullshit, brother. Not a problem. But you know where you really screwed up? It's when you talk shit about my family, All the Cody crybabies. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Shut your mouths. You talk shit about my family. What'd you call him, Cody?
Family. They are nothing but lackeys, but yes men. They're goons.
They're
You
goons.
spoke about Roman's
Lackeys.
grandfather, and you spoke about my grandfather, the great High Chief Peter Maivia.
If your grandfather was here, if the High Chief, his grandfather, was here, they'd be ashamed of you.
Now, let me stop there for a second. All right. Roman, being the troll that he is, said Dustin Rhodes was irrelevant. Now, we recently seen him talking highly of Dusty and how Dusty considered him his wrestling son. So we know Roman has high respect for Dusty. But he was knowing that to get in the skin of Cody by saying your dad is irrelevant. And honestly speaking, Dusty has no play in this. He is irrelevant in this and all this. It's you versus Roman because you pick Roman. So the thing you should do, since he invoked your father, you invoked his father. You don't invoke the family. You don't call them goons or nothing like that. And you sure don't speak for the elders who are no longer on this earth, speaking for them, thinking for them. That is a high insult for you to think on behalf of my great-great-grandfather. Who are you? Even if you were a family member, you don't think for my great-great-grandfather because you don't know my great-great-grandfather. That's a no-no. So The Rock had every right to smack the taste out of his mouth. Now, we're going to get to some smacking. Since we're talking smack. No pun intended.
I did to you, Cody Rhodes, in that moment what I would do to you 1,000,000 times, which is slap the taste right out of your mouth.
Cody almost fell down. That hurt Cody. Now, notice the smack, because later on we're going to see Cody smack back. And the velocity of the smack, Cody almost fell down, and Cody is genuinely upset. He is hurt. He is embarrassed. He is livid. They have to calm Cody down. What Cody going to do, man? Cody is a buck what? Rock fist is bigger than Cody face. Cody ain't gonna do nothing to Rock, man. Yeah, he's a good wrestler, real amateur wrestler, but Cody ain't doing nothing to Rock. Come on, son.
And then what happened? What happened? The Rock embarrassed you in front of the world, boy. Slapped the shit out of you. You had it coming. Talk shit about my family again.
Yeah.
Said it to you then, I'll say it again. I'll say it forever. Talk shit about my family again, and I'll do worse than that. But then what happened? Your new best friend. You got a new best friend. How about that? You got a new best friend in the walking clown show known as Seth Rollins.
Cody's so happy. All he heard in his mind was the Golden Girls song.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
You'd be dumb to trust that guy. I'm telling you.
Dude, The Rock slaps the shit out of you. Seth steps to The Rock. The Rock pushed him back, gave him a little love tap. Get back, boy. You don't want any of this. The Rock doesn't know you. You don't know The Rock, but you don't want to know The Rock in that way. This is none of your business. The Rock doesn't know Seth Rollins, never said a word about Seth Rollins publicly, privately, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The Rock has no idea why this man is getting in our business.
Who in the blue hell are you?
But he did, and not only that, but then he just can't help himself. Like a lot of the jabronis in the locker room just can't help himself and start talking shit about The Rock. Take a look.
yeah, he's going to open his mouth. He's going to run his mouth. He's going to say the same crap he's been saying for the last 2 decades because he can't come up with any new material. But the bottom line is, and I've said it before,
Seth's voice cringes me.
This is our story. It's our era. We built the last decade of WWE, this Elimination Chamber show, WrestleMania, the biggest ever. We built it without him.
So he can come in, he can get what he wants, he can take his little piece, and then he can go back to Hollywood and do his thing. Because we got this thing, but we don't need you, big guy.
But Seth got some big balls, talking trash. Don't know what he talking about.
You don't need The Rock, huh? Rock, we don't need you. You don't need The Rock. If you were a little smarter, Seth, you'd realize how stupid you sound. Let The Rock drop some gospel on your goofy ass. You need The Rock in ways that you can't even imagine. You think when Ari Emanuel, The Rock's good friend, The Rock's business partner for decades, The Rock's lead agent, someone who The Rock looks to like a big brother. You think when he goes to sit
I wouldn't
with
say that.
Netflix,
I'm not an Ari Emanuel
across
fan
from
with
Ted
his racist
Sarandos,
self.
The Rock's
He was
good buddy and business partner, sitting across from Bella Bajaria, The Rock's good friend and business partner at Netflix. You think when they're inking, when they're signing this $5 billion deal for the WWE and Netflix, do you think that Ted and Bella is saying, hey, Ari, when WWE comes to Netflix, is Seth Rollins going to be champion?
No.
Do you think that that's what they're asking? No, they're not asking that. Number one, because they don't care. And number two, they don't know who in the hell you are.
Who is this Rudy Poo?
You know what they're asking? Hey, Ari, we'll sign this $5 billion historical deal. Never before. But one question. Where's the people's champ? One question. Where is the man, The Rock himself? One question. Where's the man who has the most watched film in the history of Netflix? The Rock. Where is he at in this whole thing? Ari looks at them and says, he's locked in for life.
For life.
He's locked in for life. Director of the board, owns everything as it relates to his name. He's locked in for life. Signed $5 billion. So Seth Rollins.
That's a lot of money.
You understand now how much you need The Rock? Uh-huh. You understand now, right, boy? And you keep running your mouth.
So with the boy.
You keep running your mouth, Rock. You find some new material, Rock. Find some new material. Is that right? Okay, well, The Rock has some new material for you. How about this? Here's
Like Seth got
some
material.
new material for you, Seth Rollins. How about this? The Rock sits at the top. Director, TKO board, not WWE, but TKO, which means The Rock is the boss, which means The Rock is your boss, which means The Rock owns everything, The Rock, everything associated with The Rock, the people's champion, owns it all, which means The Rock is your boss, which means, Seth Rollins, if you keep running your mouth and sticking your nose in the Bloodlines business, then that world title that you have around your waist, very soon, The Rock will make that title go to somebody else.
Is that a real threat?
Read between
Can he
the
do
lines.
that?
Yes, The Rock just blurred it.
Because if that's a threat, man, that's going to
Keep
bother
running your
Seth.
mouth, sticking your nose in the Bloodlines business. This is between The Rock and it is between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. That's it. Stick your nose where it doesn't belong. The Rock guarantees you. And The Rock has built a career on doing everything he has said he's going to do. The Rock guarantees you stick your nose in our business, that world title that you have around your waist will go to somebody else.
Wonder who it'll go to. Drew?
It will go to somebody else. And there's two things you could do about it, Seth. Nothing and like it. You keep sticking your nose in our business. The Rock and Roman Reigns are going to beat your goofy ass right back
Well, his
to the
nose
circus
is already
with the
in the
rest of the
business.
clowns.
His nose is already in your business, Rock, so go ahead and take the title. If you can.
Cody Rhodes, for you, the Cody Crybabies, for your new best friend, the walking clown emoji himself, Seth Rollins, and to your goofy ass dog. The Rock says
The
this.
dog. What's up with the
You
dog?
all are advocates of Cody finishing his story. It's so
Not me.
important. Cody Rhodes, you took something from The Rock. You insulted my family. You took something from The Rock. You took something from Roman Reigns. You took something from the millions and millions and millions and millions
Yes, he
of the
did.
real fans who wanted to see the biggest WrestleMania event
I
of
wanted
all
to see
time.
it.
You took it
That's
away.
more important than Cody to me.
You took it away. Now you're going to pay. Cody Rhodes, from the bottom of my heart, man to man, fuck your story.
What? What? Put that on the t-shirt. Okay, all right,
Get you
Rock.
some mail!
What's up with the you ain't doing that no more, Rock? You ain't holding the eyeglasses down and making the eyebrow go up? Okay, all right, is it gonna go up?
It's cooking.
Eyebrow.
Fuck your story.
Oh. No eyebrow. I'll take that, Rock. I'll take that. I would take that. I would take that. F your story, Cody Rhodes. Don't give me the eyebrow. Boy, that'll make a great, great t-shirt. So The Rock basically was telling Seth, look, man, if you keep getting involved in our business, man, I'm taking that title. Now, the question is, do we have the authority to take the title? And because Seth would do anything to keep that title. Anything.